So I'm going to show you how to launch Windows Virtual Machine and how to install web server in the Windows Virtual Machine. So here we are going to deal with Azure Platform. As you all know, Azure is a cloud provider and it provides many services like compute services, storage services, networking services, and and also it provides many identity services also. For every services we need a basic thing, that is compute resource, that is virtual machine. So here we have different types of virtual machine depending on OS installed in the virtual machine. So in this video I'm going to show you how to launch Windows VM and how to make it as web server. Okay, let's go to the session. In the portal Azure, go click on Azure Virtual Machine. There you have an option called create new virtual machine. So before creating any resource in the portal, you must have resource group. So I already have one resource group, that's why I didn't create, and I'm going to create resources in this resource group only. And I'm going to give the virtual machine name as Windows Virtual Machine. And here in availability option I'm selecting no infrastructure redundancy required. Since our VM is very basic VM, we are not going to do much configurations. We'll give only basic configurations alone. And here in image, this is the image, OS image of the virtual machine. I am selecting Windows Server 2019 Data Center Generation 1. So I can select the region also. I'll select it to be East US. And availability option, no infrastructure redundancy required. And further you can select the size of the VM. See, here I have one option, see all sizes. So according to your compute requirement you can select the size of your VM. See here, it depends on your number of CPUs, RAM, data disk, input and output per second, and temporary storage, premium disk, and cost. So if you want a cost effective solution, you must prefer the size, which will reduce the cost. So here this is the highest cost, so you should select the VM in that manner. So here the least cost is 546, but even then, though we select the less cost size, the working of the VM will be in that range only. So I am selecting the first one, DS1 V2 with 1 CPU and 3.5 GB, 4 data disk, and IOPS 3200. Here I'll select this one. Once the size is selected, you must give the username and password for accessing your VM through RDP. So I'm giving the password now. The next very step is select the inbound ports. So these are the ports. Once you allow all these ports, then only we can access these virtual machine through RDP. Then if you are selecting HTTP, then only we can access the internet web server. Okay, so next step, select the licensing. Since you are going to deal with very simple virtual machine, very simple virtual Windows machine, we are going to leave all other things, disk, networking, management, and advanced settings, tags, everything default. Now click review plus create. So you have to wait till your validation is getting passed. Then after that you can click create. See, my validation is passed. Now this is the configuration of my VM, the VM that I created now. I'll click create. Once the VM is created, I'll show you how to connect it through RDP. It will take some time. You have to wait for that. Yes, our resource has been created. Now click go to resource. So once you create a virtual machine, a public IP address will be generated for your virtual machine, and through this public IP only we are going to connect the VM using RDP. Okay, so these are the configurations of the virtual machine. So it is in East US, in the resource group, subscription ID, and operating system, it is Windows, the size that we selected, and network we didn't configure any DNS name, and these are all the configurations of the VM that we created now. Now here we must copy this public IP so that we could connect the VM through RDP. Go to command prompt and type mstsc. So the remote desktop connection will be opened. Here paste the IP address that you copied. See, paste the IP address that you copied. Now click connect. So you have to give the username and password that we created that we gave while creating the virtual machine. Yes, I want to connect to the virtual machine. Your virtual machine will be connected now. So this is how you have to connect the VM through RDP. Still it is loading. After it completes loading, I'll show you how to install web server and what is the effect of installing web server. Click no here. Minimize this. I'll go to new tab. This is in Chrome. In Chrome I'm going to new tab and I'm pasting the IP address of the virtual machine. See what is the message coming. See here, this site can't be reached because there is no such site. Okay, so to prepare a site here, we must ensure that we are installing web server in the VM. So we will install web server in the VM, then we'll come to the new tab and check the IP address. Let's see what is happening. Now go to your VM, go to start, click on start menu. There you have server manager option. Click on it. Now here you have many options. Now I'll click on add roles and features. So this is the steps for installing web server in the VM. Click next. You have to select the server role. I need to select web server so that we can access the web pages. Now select next. Now confirm the installation. So it will take some time to install the web server. After the web server is installed, see what is happening. I'll go to new tab and paste this IP address. You will get a web page. So that's the importance of installing web server. Yes, the installation succeeded on Windows. Close this tab. See here on dashboard you have one web server, IIS web server. Now we'll go to portal on Chrome. See, same IP address. I'll copy here. I'll paste here. See what is happening. See, we are getting one web page. If you are clicking somewhere in this web page, you will get a HTML document. So this is your own web page. Okay, so this is what we created now. Now I'll go to Windows VM and I'll make some changes in that web page. For that you have to go to File Manager. So this is the path or location where your web page is set. Here click on inetpub. In www root there will be one HTML file and PNG file. So this is the HTML file that we got here. This is the file, and the PNG image, this PNG image is the image that we got in the initial. So this is the image. Now I'm going to make some changes in this image. and let us check whether it is reflected there in the Chrome. I'll make this change, very simple change, and I'll save it now. Make sure that you're saving the changes. Now again I'll go to the Chrome, the same page. I'll refresh. So now the page is like this. I'll refresh this, see what is happening. See, so this is how you have to access the web page, and you have to make the changes in the web page. That's it. So hope you like this session, and also you learned some more things about virtual machines and installing web server. Thank you for watching this session. Thank you so much.